How's it going, guys? Oh, is that so? You only have to work 3 days a week? That's not bad. It seems quite nice. Oop. Only 3 days a week. Yeah, I'll keep it. Now remember what I said last stream? These cards actually don't work properly with Brain, so we're going to see that unfortunately here, but I still want to test the cards when they don't, you know, are Utopia. Game on. I think we gotta take the steam vents here. Think you actually play the steam vents and say go? We can play Brain next turn and charge it. If you just tap out there for Brain, then you're missing out on the spell snare. Actually, a lot of the time, even though I know I put this on the 2s, this actually kind of curves on 3. This guy. So now we're going to play the Brain. We can charge it at his end step. We need one more blue source for this hand to work. So we'll see. Another Utopia Sprawl. So there's the Garrick. Unfortunately, didn't have a Cryptic ready. Pretty good value. Okay. Okay, that's so bad. So we could, like, in the end step, bounce the Garrick if he doesn't do too much degeneracy with it. And then we can Cryptic again. It's probably prime time. So here's an issue. Like, I can't really... If I counter Nissa and bounce Garrick, he'll just redeploy Garrick. Am I more afraid of Nissa than I am of Garrick? I think so. I think I'm more afraid of Nissa than I am Garrick. Would you miss? We're playing against this. So we're gonna go this. Shock. So, okay, so... Yeah, I mean, I think we're more afraid of Nissa. Ideally, I was going to be bouncing the Garrick and then countering the Garrick, but I think now I'm locked into kind of countering her and hope he doesn't have something else big and scary. Satyr. Okay. Okay, so the dudes are here. Mesa. Okay, so we could try to, over the course of a couple turns, set up a bounce Garrick line now. I think we had to counter her, unfortunately. So in the end step, we could try again to bounce the Garrick, bounce draw, and then we play Snapcaster. And then eventually, I think we're going to set up a Brain for the Anger, because my mana is kind of... Like, the rest of my mana is kind of devoted to these other plays I have to make. Alright, Sprawl, you got it. Now, we could try to odds this. We could try to odds this. I know that's odd, but... sorry, that's cheesy. I know that's odd, but we could try to odds this. Now remember, notice how it doesn't let me cast the end. See, when I right-click on it, it just says odds. In paper, what I'll be able to do with this card is I could cast odds or ends. What's up, Triple G? So let's odds the Tooth and Nail. If we win the flip, we counter it. Or we get a free Snapcaster Mage, and then the Snapcaster will cast a free Cryptic. So either, what's cool about this card is either way, it's actually excellent for us. What was the coin flip? I got Tails. So we get a copy, so we're going to say okay. So we get a copy of Tooth and Nail. So I'm going to search up a Snapcaster Mage. Do we want 2 Snapcasters, or do you just want 1? I think you just want 1. Oh, no, it's put up to 2 creatures. So no, you definitely just grab a bunch of Snapcaster Mages. So we'll grab 2 Snapcaster Mages, we'll put 1 into play. This is really cool, isn't it? And I'll say done. We put a Snapcaster in. That is so cool. We're going to Cryptic his Tooth and Nail, using his own Tooth and Nail. How cool is that? Now, everybody, you know, has been, like, really weirded out by the odds side of odds ends in my list, but you know what? Hell, it was beautiful right here. We are in a league right now. This is not practice room. This is straight up a league. So, do I need white-white? No, I should need white-white for the main deck. I think all my white-white spells are in the sideboard, so who thought that was cool? I think that was cool. Now, here's the issue. He doesn't have enough mana to redeploy the Garrick, does he? No, he does. He has Voyaging Satyr and Arbor Elf. So, I think what I do is Swiftflame says you always have the coolest cards in your decks. That was sweet, wasn't it? So, we'll counter the Tooth and Nail. We could bounce the Garrick, but he's just going to redeploy the Garrick. I think what's better for us is counter draw. Well, we know we're countering. Menu Secret Super Tech. Now, remember, I could have actually... yeah, who knew copying Tooth and Nail was good in blue, white, red? So we get to freebie... Okay, do I bounce the Garrick or no? Because he's just going to redeploy it. I think I'm just countering drawing, and then we'll set up a Cryptic, snap Cryptic on the Garrick in the end step eventually. Yeah, I think next turn we have instant speed, Anger the Gods, so let's counter draw. We're not dead to the Garrick minus right here. In fact, I think he already used his Garrick this turn. This is a real game, no funds or serious business. Oh, wow. We just drew our Beck call, so we can set that up in a couple turns, too. Bounce the forest with 2 enchantments. Bounce the land. Oh, geez, he had a second Tooth and Nail, we're just dead. Okay. Yeah, if I'd bounced the Utopia, if I'd bounced the forest, you're right, we could have lived. Dang, his draw was nuts. Holy crap. Double Tooth and Nail? Whew. Yeah, I guess I had to bounce this forest. Oh, did he not put them in? He just grabbed a Primetime and a Witness, so we're not actually dead. Whew. He's not on the expensive version with the Emrakul. Thank goodness. We were dead there if he was. Okay, so we have to counter the Primetime. What do we want to do now? Like, we can hit the Garrick. Like, now we can't really bounce the Garrick. I think we have to pressure the Garrick with my... We have an instant speed Anger the Gods off the break, so we got that going for us. Oh, he didn't have the Entwine mana, so we're not dead. Whew. You're right, he didn't have enough. Okay, so we're not screwed. Yeah, I think it's Punch Garrick. I think we're going to have to answer Garrick through, like, creature damage. Remember, I can't snap Cryptic yet. Well, we have to put the Cryptic in the graveyard first. I think we just anger away right now the Voyaging and the Arbor Elf, or maybe in the draw step we do. Shroud's not toast. What's up, Venom? I think we just toast the dudes. He'll play a Primetime. We counter it. He plays a Witness. We're like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. If I let him get the mana off these, it's rough. So we can, like, draw step. Yeah, draw step, Anger. How many times are you going to say that? Instant speed, Anger the Gods. Nothing better. I mean, we get rid of our Snapcaster, though, but... Nothing from the opponent. My opponent literally does not play any play, so he gives me a turn to loot. There's that land we're looking for. I think we don't want the Primetime to resolve. I know this is really greedy, but I'm going to bin a path. And then